Hello, crafty friends. It's Kamela here from Creative Mom's Decant. Today I'm going to show you how to make the full width tumbler in the mug press. Let's go.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you...
All right, so I have to be honest. Any of my viewers know I am a huge Cricut fan, huge. However, it is a big setback, and it's something that all Cricut Design Space users that are working on sublimation are having issues with, and it's the fact that we can only print, I think it's 6.5 by 9, don't quote me on that, but it's not enough. So I finally took the plunge last night and I downloaded and set up an account with Silhouette. So currently I am using the free account that comes with Design Space, or comes with Silhouette Studio. See, I'm going to do that a lot. And that's how I printed my image. So I don't have any machines hooked up to cut from that yet. So I just cut it myself, and actually I usually do cut my sublimation things myself. I just find it easier to just slice that instead of loading a mat and running it through a machine, especially for these, you know, I mean, this was a rectangle, simple as can be. So I got my sublimation tumbler from, so I just cut my design, but today we're going to use the mug press. So I have heat resistant tape, and I'm just going to get a piece ready for myself, and I just roll the paper as tight as I can and as straight as I can onto my tumbler. Sorry, sometimes I have to do that off screen just a hair. It's just easier for me to get things tight and snug. And then I just am running the tape down. I just do a couple pieces, and I've not had any issues. I know some have with the heat tape, but I have not. So I don't know if in the mug press I will. But so I just get that snug. And for this, and this is not quite snug down here, so I'm going to release this one and I'm going to get it better. Then to really get it snug, and I'm just going to take pieces of my masking tape, and I just start at the top and work my way down and getting this as tight as I can. And I find it easier to pull it next to me, but just get it nice and tight. So I'm going to do that all the way down this mug, and I overlap my tape just a little on each row and just pull nice and tight. I don't stress too much about having a few wrinkles in it. I really just want it tight and pressed on there tight so that my design is super, super, super snug against my tumbler. So I'm working out of camera again, sorry. Just a little bit of overlap, and then I'm just really using my fingers to pull it extremely tight. Then when I get to the bottom and I did the top edge the same way, I just push this over. So if you look at the very bottom of this element down there, that gets hot. So if you were using the shrink wrap, there would be some of that on the bottom and on the top, and you would burn that to your element down there. So you don't want to do that. So you do want to make sure you removed the lid. Of course, we're not going to sublimate the lid or the straw, and everything is nice and tight. And only thing I've done is preheat my mug press so that we can, so it was ready for us. So we are ready to get the butcher paper on this, because if you just stick this in here like this, it's really loose. It doesn't fit snug. So you have to use something to get it snug. So we're going to use this butcher paper here. So let me get this back out of my way, and we'll get out the butcher paper and get that started. I have some of this sitting here, and all I've done is kind of fold it. I reuse my butcher paper several times, So I just have a big sheet and I've just folded it to the size of my tumbler. And then I have a piece that I've been using for mugs, and I'm going to use it as well. So I'm just going to use this that I've used for mugs down at the bottom, and we'll switch that when we move to the other side of this. So per my research, you just need to get this sleeve so it's tight enough. Let's see if that amount of butcher paper is tight enough so that it shuts. That might be. So what we would do then is shut this in, and it looks like it's going to start. If it didn't start, we probably didn't have it tight enough, but it looks like it's going to start, so we do have it tight enough. So I know it's hard to see, but we're on one light there. You have to remember also with the mug press, this side does not get hot. This edge right here is for your handle of your mug, so it doesn't get hot. So what I'm going to do is let this go through, and then I'm going to turn it so that this open part is in the back, and I'm going to let it go through again. Again, I'm not sure if this is right or wrong. This is just what I'm going to do. So let's see what happens. All right, so we're on the 5th light. The top of this is currently not hot. So I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to carefully making sure that I put the part that was open to the back and let it go again. But all else fails, right? So I'm going to get a full piece here and wrap it and see if that's where my issue lays. I feel like if there was a mug in there, I wouldn't be having this problem. But if we can't get the problem fixed, I'm going to stick a mug in and make sure that that's not my problem and that something didn't go wrong with my mug press. Okay, let's try that. Here, and we're going to pull it out, and I'm going to let it cool. All right, it's not cold, but it's cool enough now that I can kind of start touching. Kind of being the key word. All right, find an end to the tape and start pulling, right? The areas where the mug handle sits, and I don't know exactly where they were, but you could not even pick that out. There's no way that you could tell. So this lineup would be on me, not perfectly lining up down here. But that is so pretty. So that's a full-length tumbler in the mug press. Isn't it awesome? Thank you so much for watching. Have a joyful day. Likes and subscribes really help our channel. Bye.